Magdi,
Emmanuel, hola.
hola, see you.
Good to see you too.
Mm. Um, there is this noise in the body. Do you hear me well?
Yes, you said a noise in the body, yeah?
Yeah. Ah, this noise in the body, like I don't know in English, but the noise of the TV when it's
Oh, yes, right. White noise or something like that,
yeah,
yes.
which is not new. It's something very, very old. And it seems like stronger maybe or um I, I have this intuition that this energetic contraction, like it has deep roots in the body, in the mind, and I don't know how. Hmm.
Uh, okay,
I mean, how, I
before
don't
you
know if this is the right question, but how to get rid of that?
go,
I mean, just to add something else, a few weeks or months ago, I just attended a breath work session. I don't remember the breath technique. It was pretty intense, and it took me to a hell, to feel a hell. Like the whole body contracted, and there was so much pain inside, a lot of pain, and I started to cry like a baby. Like something like this. It was like a group of people, and at the end of the session we all were sharing of our experience with that, and some people were saying like, oh, for me it was just pure love, and for me it was like being in heaven, or. And I say, wait a minute, but for me it was like hell, really. And it's like this pain or this whatever is inside, buried, or it's there, and despite the understanding and everything, it's there. So I don't know what to do, if I just have to accept that, but I don't know. It's something that I feel since I was a little child.
right, right. But there is also this moment of awareness right now, right?
Yeah.
And this moment of awareness is no problem there, right?
It's not what?
No problem. No problem
Mm.
now. No problems in awareness right now. This awareness, noticing awareness and being aware in this moment, this effortless awareness.
Mhm.
There is also that, and that's beautiful. It's simple, it's effortless, it's not traveling in past and future. It's just is. There is isness, right? There is peace in this moment, the peace of presence, the peace of awareness. Yes, there is a cave with a lot of dead cadavers and problems and stuff. But there's also this aware presence. So what is it that, where do you want to park? Where do you want to park your car? You want to park it in the ravine, in the mud, or you want to park your car in presence? You want to park your car in presence. You want to park yourself in presence. You want to appreciate presence, celebrate presence, right? This ordinary presence right now, this ordinary awareness. Now, there is white noise. Okay. So the metaphor is, like you said, the TV and the white noise. The TV. I want to use a different metaphor. I want to speak about there is a wind blowing on the surface of the pond, and there are little wavelets on the surface of the pond. And there is a sun shining, and there are glitters, thousands of glitters of sun on the surface of the pond. It's a different metaphor than white noise. Because when you say white noise in the body, you're speaking about resistance. You're speaking about something that you want to get rid of. But when you're speaking about wavelets on the surface of the ocean or on the surface of the pond, it's just something that you observe. So this pattern of having things appearing within your body, within your mind that you want to get rid of, is an unhappy way of looking at things, because it's a struggling approach. It's like, here's a problem. So it's looking at problems and solving problems, which, of course, we speak about making personal. Something personal is threatening me. It's something that's hurting me. It's something that I know from the past. You have a story. We have a narrative that supports, that feeds our resistance. Okay. But bottom line is that inner conflict is unhappy. So the question is, can I, rather than seeing a problem, just see a neutral event? Rather than comparing myself with something in the past or some sort of inner judgment, can I simply perceive whatever is appearing to me from a neutral place, from a place of presence, without trying to move towards or away from? To experiment with that, observing from a place of, you're on a plane, you're flying on the plane, and you're seeing below you all sorts of clouds or all sorts of things happening, but you're viewing from a different place. You're not down there in the battlefield. So if you assume a problem that you need to resolve, you will be experiencing this sort of realm of personal problems and things to solve, because you're trying to safeguard yourself, you're trying to preserve yourself, you're trying to make sure that you're safe, that all is well for you. So you engage in battle, but you don't like battles. You don't like these inner contractions. You actually speak of them as white noise because you're battling. It's not white noise. It's just ripples on the surface of the water. But because you're battling, you don't want them. How your question is, how do I get beyond that? The problem is in your question itself because you're approaching the problem. You're starting saying, I have a problem. And I'm inviting you to take a different view of your experience. Look at your experience from a different place than from I have a problem. Try to perceive things more impersonally, more neutral. You're out for a walk in the forest and you're just observing various things happening. And they're happening in your body, but they're still happening in awareness. You see, you're not the body. Your body is something you perceive. You perceive your body. So you're perceiving certain things happening within your body. Okay. Your body will only need help if you're hungry or if you're sick or if you accidentally you fall and you hurt your arm or then your body is telling you, okay, look, now take care of me. But sensations arising within the body like contractions, they're connected with your resistance. They're connected with your illusory, with a battle, an unnecessary battle. You see. Start to keep returning to presence. Forget about others, what their experience is, and they had like this bliss and no bliss, and you didn't have, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The experience
Yeah,
was very
maybe it's kind of a frustration because it's like by resting as presence or being, usually it's there, this thing. It's like something very persistent. And it's a frustration in the sense that this sense of presence seems not, or like it's a contradiction between what I feel inside the body and the sense of presence. It's like the inner body doesn't reflect this openness, this softness.
well
And
because it's very simple. Like the body is basically sensations. If there is something other than sensation, meaning some sort of contraction, there is a me. It's not a presence. It's like there's a personal self. So the contradiction is in your language. You're saying there is presence and then there is a personal self. No, either there is presence with sensations, maybe in the body mind, or there is a personal self with something bothering me. You can't have both. So when you're experiencing this thing that keeps bothering me, it's the me. It's not presence, a personal presence, you can call it, or a personal self that doesn't want that is engaged, it's been engaged for 40, 50 years in a battle of self-preservation. Self meaning the personal self-preservation, the psychological preservation of the illusory me.
mhm.
And the experience of noise and inner body angst is a different thing from bodily sensation. There is a psychological aspect to it, an ongoing battle and inner frustration. Darn it, when is this going to stop? Darn it, when am I going to get I meaning personal self, am I going to get to a better place? Well, the personal self it cannot get to a better place. It's there is no personal self. It's an imaginary identity. It's an identification. It's just a moment when you see and you drop this identification for a moment. You drop it now in the moment. You awareness is revealed to be effortless and lacking nothing and no issues.
Mm-hmm.
But if you maintain the narrative, you can maintain it for 20, 30, 50,000 years. You drop it for a little while and you pick it up again. You drop it and pick it up again. You maintain the narrative, the me narrative with whatever form this narrative takes. You will be experiencing in the body and in your face, in your brain, in your muscles. You will be experiencing that one way or the other.
Well, that's the thing, that this contraction, it's the reflection of the sense of me
Absolutely.
in the body.
In the moment, in the moment. Now, the question is it possible to shift from perceiving this event
Mm-hmm.
as simply an event in the body, a neutral physiological event without making it a problem? Without a me objective, a personal objective.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't know what may arise within the body mind. We don't know what's around the corner. But no matter what appears to you, may surprise you, you can explore an impersonal approach, perceiving from a neutral place what is happening within the body or within the world. There are all the time things happening in the world body mind. We don't have a crystal ball to know what's around the corner, but we're talking about freedom. And so we're interested in freedom. We're not interested in having a better experience.
Mm-hmm.
Interested in freedom. So whatever appears on the screen, in the body, in the mind, in the world, I can experience it from a place of freedom. It does not have to affect my freedom. And I'm not talking about the freedom of the body. If the body's freedom depends, I'm talking about my freedom. The freedom of being what I am. That's what you need to explore, rather than how do I get rid of this problem? Because if you ask, how do I get rid of this problem? Then you have to tell me so I can help you when answering the question as a friend, of course. What is this I that you're, what is this I that you are asking me to help or to assist? Because I will seriously assist in whichever way I can the I that you need to help, if I can understand what is this I that you're talking about. And from where I'm sitting, I see that there isn't an actual personal self, an actual I, outside of a habit of looking at your experience from an assumption that there is and some me behind the scene. There is a danger. I got to do the right decision. I got to get rid of this, or else something's going to happen to I. Or look what's happening to I now, because I'm having this experience. Nothing. I'm sharing with you. There's nothing is happening to you. Nothing's happening to you in the presence of this experience within your body. Nothing. Okay. Having said that, explore approaching those intimate experiences within your body, those very close experiences within your body, from a neutral place, as you are watching piece of, you're in an art gallery, and you're watching a certain art exhibition, which includes imagery, sound, and somehow some vibrations that you can feel within your body. It's, multimedia experience, having a multimedia art experience. And it's maybe loud, and I don't know, it may be hot, but it's neutral. It's an exhibit. It's just an exhibit. It's a something you're perceiving.
Now, is it necessary to take the attention to this multimedia
No, but it's called
stuff, or just independently if the body is bringing this stuff, or just try to remain as presence?
no, you need to take the position. You need to take the position of a neutral observer.
Mhm.
You don't need to go looking for the experience, but whenever the experience arises, you need to take the position of a neutral observer. A mirror or a camera. You're a neutral observer. You're behind the camera. You're watching through the lens.
Okay.
You need to take that position, which is a position of awareness. So you need to take the position of impersonal viewer or impersonal viewing of events on the screen. Neutral events, they're all neutral. Different colors, different shapes, different shades, different sounds, different amplitude, different vibrations, but they're all neutral. Because they are. It's not like, as I'm not trying to tell you, let's do something, let's invent something new. No, we're not inventing anything. They are neutral. We add on the personal the habitual personal self. And then, oh my God, right? You don't need this habit. What good is it doing you? Nothing. The me story that you're believing so strongly in. It's just you're holding on to it like this with your hands. Like this, you're holding on to it. And you know that it's a story, but at the same time, you don't want to really, really know that it's a story. You want to believe in it. You want to believe that when, oh, no, no, wait a minute. You don't know enough about me. Since I was 3 years old, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to convince me. But don't convince yourself. Who cares about whether you convince me or not?
Mhm.
Convince yourself.
Yeah, no, it's just like there was this thought saying like, well, maybe until I don't feel this old energetic structure completely to the bottom of it, it won't dissolve in spite of my all the spiritual understanding and meditation and contemplation, like this thing will remain there until I don't go to the core of it. I don't know. I
Yes,
don't know.
I understand what you're saying. And my answer to you is, what is this I you're talking about?
Mhm.
When you say I, what are you referring to?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Mhm.
So listen to yourself. Watch,
Yes.
watch the I narratives going on and on and on. But ask yourself, what is this? So
Mhm.
you don't go too deep into the forest with the I story.
Yeah, yeah.
Any moment you ask yourself, what is this I? You're out of the forest. And anything is, what is this I? What is this I right now? What is this I? This is this is just this awareness. We don't exist in time. Time is a game, an impression that appears within me. Memory of yesterday, memory of Costa Rica last year. See, whenever you ask yourself, what is this I? What is presence? What is being? What is now? What is this nowness? You're no longer in the forest. Boom, out. You don't need to walk out of the forest. Oh my God, I got to walk another 20 miles. No, no.
Hmm. Questions are always a good pretext to to
Say,
share with.
say hello.
What problem can I invent to talk with Magdi?
Right, right.
Okay.
We trick ourselves. Nice to see you, Emmanuel.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I,
Oh,
I just wanted to add, not
Yes.
ask anything, I just wanted to thank you for bringing so much peace with your presence through words and just being there. Thank you. It's so precious. Thank you so much. Thank
nice to see you, Bobby. Yes, beautiful. Nice to see you. Well, thank you all. Lovely to be with you always. Very, very beautiful, Anye and Goli, Emmanuel,
you.
Mina, Holger, Suda, Anisha, Varsha, Eileen, Holly, Charles. Hey, Charles. Hello, Rajni. Ellen. Jackie. And
Hello, Magdi.
hello.
Thank you very much.
Hello. Lovely to be with you. And Frank. Thank you all.
Thank you, Magdi.
Thank you very much, Magdi.